think I'm safe here. I think this is the last place he'd look, so I think I'm...
Hi, Matt.
Son of a biscuit!
Can you please just stop avoiding me and let's just do this frickin' crossover? You're not gonna escape, you know.
Fine, but you gotta tell me why you were gone for so freaking long between videos.
Oh, that. Well, you see, I was looking for a reviewer outfit because, well, everyone has a reviewer outfit. Tell me what you think. Whew. So, what do you think?
Well, there's the Beatles, so I approve of the shirt. Nice fedora, too. I, have one.
Are you kidding me? That friggin' Eskimo just stole my YouTube outfit. I mean, did it even occur to him there was another Thomas Wooden Railway reviewer on the internet with a Beatles shirt and a fedora? Come on, Eric, come on!
Vinnie, will you shut up? I'm trying to watch Judge Judy.
Look, Ringo, this Eric Pierre53 guy stole my freaking outfit.
Whoa, you're right. There's no way that could be a coincidence.
This guy's just trying to become me.
That's fantastic. Now put me down.
Okay, jeez. This isn't right. I'm one of the best reviewers in this community, and there's no way that I'm gonna be beat by this guy. I have to get my revenge on this copycat, but how?
Well, don't ask me. I'm just a talking cat, you know? Nothing special here.
Today, I, Vinnie Smith, shall begin a quest. A quest to find my individuality, my distinction, and most of all, my humanity. Humanity. That word should have a new meaning to us today, Ringo.
Can't you just let me out already?
No, Ringo. We can't be consumed by our petty differences any longer. We'll be united in our hatred for Eric Pierre. Perhaps it's fate that today is well, it's Monday. But that we'll be once again fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, persecution, or worst of all, Google, but from identity annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, our right to exist, our right to survive in this dark and hateful world known as the internet. And should we win the day, Monday will no longer be known as just another weekday, but as the day that we at Mad Frog Productions cried out in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on, Ringo. We're going to survive. We're going to show the world that I'm not just another Thomas Wooden Railway reviewer on the internet, but that I am THE Thomas Wooden Railway reviewer on the internet. And nobody's going to tell me otherwise, especially not some stupid Canadian. That's it. Some stupid Canadian. Oh my god, Ringo, you're a genius.
What?
Eric Pierre is a stupid Canadian, but he's also a great foe. My mortal enemy. If I'm to vanquish him, then I must match him. I must find the other Canadian.
The other Canadian?
Yes. One who knows more about reviewing Thomas Wooden Railway items than anyone on the planet. Well, at least the older items, but I do truly believe that he's the only one that can help me in succeeding to defeat Eric Pierre. Sadly, Ringo, I believe we must pass ways, but I think that you've significantly contributed to my life, and I thank you for it. We will meet again, I promise, but until that fateful day, I bid you adieu, Mr. Kitty. Now, off to Canada!
Oh, jeez, finally. I have to take the biggest dump right now, you guys.
made it. Jesus Christ. Hey, shut up! You don't know how difficult it is traveling by map. The Muppets make it look so easy. Kids these days. Mr. Wooden Railway Reviews? Hello?
You are a weary traveler in a strange land, and yet you have come in search of the absurd, the ridiculousness. And for what?
I don't know.
Of course you know. Try looking at it another way.
Well, I came in search of you. The one.
Did you? Or did you come in search of yourself?
Timid
Nusk.
Huh?
It is Latin. It means know thyself.
Isn't that a line from the Matrix?
Look, it does not matter. The point is, do you know who you are?
Well, yeah, I'm Vinnie Smith.
No. I know you know who you are, but I'm asking you, do you know who you are?
Look, I have no idea what
You are Vinnie Smith, but you are also a Thomas Wooden Railway reviewer, no?
How did you know that?
I know everything there is to know about Thomas Wooden Railway. Even before Roy Wilson founded the company in 1992. Even before Reverend Wilbert Audrey wrote Thomas the Tank Engine. Even before Audrey was born. Even before trains were invented. Even before wood existed. I have always known.
Whoa.
You are Vinnie Smith, a blonde-haired child from California who wears a fedora. That is how you exist physically. But who are you metaphysically?
Well, I'm
a troubled young man, yet full of intelligence, courage, and ambition.
Well, I don't get this. How do you know all this?
I told you, I know everything about Thomas Wooden Railway. I also watch your videos from time to time.
Wait, really?
Shh! Don't tell anyone. You'll spoil my mythical quality.
Oh, yeah. Of course, no problem.
iPhone off.
Now then, I have been making Wooden Railway reviews since the dawn of time. I've traveled this vast world in search of rare and unusual items, and in my travels, I have learned many things about man. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians believed that when you died and descended to heaven, you were asked two questions. One, did you find joy? In other words, have you found joy in your life?
Yeah, I have.
Ah, but the second question really tested a man's character. Did you bring joy? In other words, did you bring joy to other people's lives?
So, not to be rude or anything, but what does this have to do with Thomas Wooden Railway?
Everything!
Everything?
Everything. Remember I said on the outside you are a blonde-haired child from California who wears a fedora? Imagine if that was the only thing I said about you, or saw in you. Just a regular boy from the United States. That's quite bland, is it not? Right. But if I said that you are an intelligent, vicious, and courageous young man, it would be more insightful, would it not? And that, my son, is the whole point of reviewing Thomas Wooden Railway. One can just sit there and review an item for its physical qualities, flat magnets or round magnets, wooden funnel or plastic funnels, staples or no staples. But why? Huh? Why? There's nothing wrong with doing this, but where's the point of view? the point of view. When you read or watch a film review, if one were to literally just sit there and explain what happened in the film, it would be a film synopsis, would it not? Vinnie, it is about what you see in the item. What does it mean to you? What values does it attain? What does it mean to the children who are first given it, or the young adults who reminisce on the time they spent with it? That is why you must understand this in the deepest possible way. And to do that, you must review that.
What? This? Well, this is just a stick.
Ah, you have fallen to the pratfall of seeing it for its physical qualities.
There's no extra meaning to it.
No? And why not?
Because it's a stick.
And that will be your muse, my boy. Someday, when you are ready, you will see the bigger picture. You will see beyond its apparent meek status and realize its true meaning. But that, I am afraid, I cannot show you. You must see it for yourself.
Well, how am I going to do that?
I will train you in the arts of the Thomas Wooden Railway and the review. I will teach you all the knowledge I possess. And with great patience and ambition, someday, Vinnie, you will attain great power and become the greatest Thomas Wooden Railway reviewer of all time.
Whoa. So, when does my training begin?
Right now. The first rule of Thomas Wooden Railway is to know when to choose between the exception and the expected.
The what?
Exceptionalism is the exception, my friend. People tend to want to see the current or trendy, the expected.
Well, how does that apply to Thomas Wooden Railway?
Well then, who has the most popular Thomas Wooden Railway reviews on YouTube right now?
You?
Yeah, I wish. But no. It's Josh, J. Louvier. You see, Josh provides reviews of the newest, current Thomas Wooden Railway items. He has a large following of mainly children and adults who are watching his videos to see if the items he reviews are worth the purchase or not. You see, Josh is the middleman between the consumer and the producer. He eases the class struggle. I, however, am the exception. I review rare, older, more nostalgic Thomas Wooden Railway items for a smaller, yet more concentrated following. Almost like a cult following, if you will. You see, these people not only like the stories that I provide, but they like to see the items as having gained some kind of value. And they also like to see that the items have now become worth a lot of money so that then they can go on eBay and list them for ridiculous amounts of prices so they can make all this money and then make it impossible for someone like me to buy new items to review.
Roberts!
I'm sorry. But anyway, watch carefully. Now, which item represents the expected and which item represents the exception? Go.
Well, the aquarium cars are a fairly new release, which means they'd be an expected review of a channel making 1 to 2 minute reviews on the newer items of the Thomas Wooden Railway. Nothing much to say, I guess.
Excellent. Go on.
Now, the Troublesome Brake Van is the exception because it was a rare item released in the early years and retired shortly after. That would be worthy of a good 20-minute in-depth review, talking about how fascinating it is to our culture, citing sources from Immanuel Kant's Critique of Pure Reason and Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel's The Phenomenology of Spirit, while also criticizing today's manufactured wooden railway items by citing Karl Marx's Das Kapital.
Okay, whatever. Excellent. you have now mastered the first rule of Thomas Wooden Railway.
Oh, sweet!
But the second rule is much harder to grasp.
Uh-oh.
How to deal with competition. Now this sort of railway repair would make an excellent original review, would it not?
Well, sure.
It wouldn't. Because guess what? Several users have already reviewed it. Let's see. Well, there's Josh, Mr. MPS, KeyGrade24, the God himself, peace be upon him. And even I've reviewed it. Yeah, that's right. I've reviewed the sort of railway repair, and guess what? Out of all those reviews, mine has the most amount of views. Can you believe that? I'm finally popular in something. But anyway, doing a review of the sort of rare repair would not be entirely original. Now, granted, because he is such a interesting, unique character, there are a lot of things to say about him, so that's okay. It's just that when you're touching a character that is very familiar and cherished, that's when you have to be careful. So, for instance, Edward will bring us to our third rule: authentic form of expression and editorial point of view. Look, it's Edward. We all know Edward, don't we?
Well, yeah, he's the kind-hearted number 2 engine.
That's not authentic.
What do you mean, not authentic?
Friday. Today we're going to be taking a look at the kind-hearted number 2 engine.
See? You were not being authentic.
Well, yeah, it was just a coincidence.
I don't want to hear. The audience has already heard what Josh has to say, because he uploaded his video first. And now, you are copying what he said. And to the audience, they think you're a thief.
What? Just because we said the same thing?
Yes, you must be original, otherwise people will think you're a hack.
But I'm not a hack.
They think you are.
Who?
The audience does. With a popular character such as Edward, you must find a way to give an authentic point of view of his character, his history, and his meaning to you. Otherwise, you are just rehashing someone else's thoughts and not giving a true review.
Fine, you want an authentic review of Edward?
Yes!
Do you?
Yes!
Alright, I hate Edward!
What? You what?
Yeah, you heard me. I hate Edward!
Why on earth do you hate Edward?
Because I used to love Edward, and now he sucks! He used to be such a noble, honorable character, full of truth and compassion. He was the one that the engines could turn to for advice during difficult times. He was the one that told Percy what a deputation was. The one who helped Gordon up the hill, simply out of the kindness in his heart. Or smoke box. Heck, he basically raised Thomas to be the engine that he would become. One who knew how to handle trucks, one who knew how to run his own branch line, and one who knew how to star in his own television show. And do you know what became of Edward? He became an old fart, that's what! Have you seen Edward Strikes Out? He was a total jerk to Rocky. Granted, Rocky is a pointless character created only for merchandising, but still, Edward is the one who would condemn that type of cruel behavior, not promote it. Ever since then, he simply was not the same. He had fallen off his high estate and was disgraced. I was disgraced to even be a fan of the show after that.
That was amazing.
You thought it was good?
That was an impeccable review of Edward. Full of sound and fury, but actually signifying something.
Wow, I mean, that wasn't even really a review, more of a rant.
It was miraculous, Vinnie. And it changes everything. Come on. We've got a lot of work to do.
Will Vinnie ever become a true Thomas Wooden Railway reviewer? Will he ever be able to defeat the evil Eric Pierre 53? Will he ever discover the true meaning of a stick? And will Rob ever be able to find a decent-looking beard? Well, click below to watch part 2 of the Mr. Conductor Fan 1406 and WRR Reviews crossover to find out if we haven't uploaded it already, or maybe we haven't. Depends when you're watching this. If you're watching this right after we upload it, or 50 years from now, well, then I can't tell you. Fact is that part 2's not finished yet, but it's coming soon if it's not been uploaded. We were impatient, couldn't wait to upload part 1, so yeah. So there's not more I can really say, but yeah. Part 2's coming soon if it hasn't been uploaded yet. So, okay. Thanks guys for watching.